I like people with a sense of humor. I want joy everywhere I go. I march in the army of optimism. Hi guys, I'm Drew Barrymore, and I love my sense of design. I can walk into a blank room and make something really colorful, bright, happy, a place you don't want to leave. I love design because I can take clothing and know how to tailor it and form it to my body to give me my best, most flattering silhouette. I love design because if you make makeup, it can be like armor and very empowering for a woman. And I love my sense of design because everywhere I go in the world, I take inspiration from and then try to give that back to my friends, my daughters, and these companies where now you can actually shop all of it. My daughter Olive actually is totally becoming a little designer, and she likes to help me decorate and place things, and then she loses interest relatively quickly. She's 7. Right now she wants to be a veterinarian and a policewoman. So I'm like, you have to have a canine dog and be a policewoman. That's the best of both worlds. But I know that my daughters see how hard I work to create these spaces that they live in. When I first had my kids, I think I was so obsessed with doing everything different with them. I almost thought that acting was like some calling from the devil. My daughters will never be actors. God, no. And then I'm like, it's a great family trade. I'm a Barrymore. My family has been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years and multiple generations. I think what was probably the thing that, scared me was that I had such an unorthodox childhood, and what I really wanted for them was something very normal and traditional and safe, and I feel like I've accomplished that, or I continue to sort of have that be my intention every day. So you start to sort of relax, and then you see my daughters and they're total performers, and maybe they do have that Barrymore blood in there. So Olive knows that I would prefer it at 18, and then it's really her life and her decision. But my girls, they love to perform. So I think there's a way to have them have a normal childhood that's totally protected and yet feed their love of how much they love to express themselves. And when they were first born, I just didn't know how to rationalize it. Now I do. I mean, definitely body positivity with my daughters is going to be a no-brainer because I've never fallen prey to the pressures of Hollywood. I'm like, please. I don't know why it seems so silly to me, but it always has. But I like that there's a movement right now where women look in mirrors and it says something like, you look great today, or I like you with a smile. We as women, especially have lost touch with, I look at my daughters, they're not thinking about their bodies right now. They are as free as it gets. And then over time, things start to chip away at that. School, social media now, comparison to fashion models, and every cliche in the book of why we literally start to look in the mirror and say negative things. And I think that's going to be my biggest breeding ground, is teaching my daughters to look in a mirror and find the good and stop picking on the bad. The thing I hate about social media is that I wish I could bring my daughters up in a world where it didn't exist. The good news is I was on the cover of the National Enquirer at like 7, so I'm like, all right, that's basically social media training ground. So I get it. I was raised in a life where everything was out there, so I am built to handle these girls and the pressures they're going to face because I had to navigate them too. And the thing I love about social media is that we can communicate in a different way. What it is a platform to express yourself and build an uprising in your community, or show the love of your family like a photo album, or put the real deal out there and dispel this ridiculous fantasy that everything is so perfect, because it isn't for anyone. But the goofy and the real and the fun are just as good. So let's show that. Creating Flower Home and now Flower Home Kids, a lot of the pieces are actually blended together because I don't think adults should design some stuffy thing in their own home and then their kids' room is like commercialized craziness and playful and, you know, weird. It should actually all kind of blend and be chic and fun and expressive and bold and colorful. And home is the thing you go outside and work your butt off to earn the right to have. So that space that you come into, no matter what it may be, a single apartment or a full home or city living or out in the middle of the country and everywhere in between, that is what you worked for. And so it's really the only little sacred space we have to call our own. So we have to decorate it and make it a place that when we walk into, our body calms, our actual chemistry transforms, and we get to look around and think of things that evoke memories and pleasure. And design is the way to do that.